I am going to show you how to remove the background on a photo in Adobe Photoshop. So first thing I'm going to do is after I open up Adobe Photoshop, I am going to go over to File and Open. Now I'm going to find the photo that I need to edit. I'm going to find one that has a background to remove. So we'll work on this one. All right, you can see the background looks like it had a backdrop, but we're going to clean that up and put just a plain background of black through the whole thing. So first thing I'm going to do is over here, you'll see a layers channel. The way that Photoshop works is in layers. So right now, the original photo is the locked background layer. I'm going to make sure I have that selected, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to duplicate that layer. And down here, you'll see a little menu. If you want to rename it, you can. I'm just going to leave it background copy because that's exactly what it is. I'm going to turn this original layer off. It's kind of like having a backup of your original in case you ever need to delete this and create a new duplicate. So I'm going to be working in my copy layer. Now I need to select the background, and to do that, I'm going to go over to here. It's a shortcut of W for my magic wand tool. If you don't see it, hit the W key and it should select one of these tools. It may not be the magic wand tool that's actually displayed on your toolbar. It could be any of these, but all you have to do is hold it down and you'll get the selection. You'll be able to pick which tool you want of those three. I want magic wand. So now all I have to do here is start selecting my background. I can see here that it's selected more than I want to delete. It would be deleting part of the trophy itself. So I'm going to hit Command D on my Mac or Control D on a PC to deselect. Another way to do that is go over here to the select menu, and when you have something selected, this deselect option will be highlighted and you can deselect it that way. So because that was a little too strong of a selection tool, I'm going to come over here to tolerance and I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to try 15 just to see. You can see how it's a little more selective of the pixels that I am touching. So, oh, see, it did it too much there. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to undo that magic wand, that selection that I just did by going to edit and undo magic wand. Another shortcut for that, as you can see up here, is Command Z on a Mac or Control Z on a PC. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit more, go a little lower so it's more selective because these pixels are pretty close. See, it keeps wanting to select that. So I'm going to Command Z again. I'm going to come down here and maybe I'm going to try 8. Maybe 8's a good number. It's still not picking up a difference between these. So Command Z. I'm going to work with what I got right here. So when I'm using this magic wand selection tool up here, there's a couple options. New selection means every time you click it, it will select something new. You can see here, it's not going to keep adding on to my selection. What I usually do is click Add to Selection, where it looks like it has 2 squares highlighted. So if I did that, it keeps adding on to it. But in this case, I think I'm going to deselect everything. And I'm going to start with just one selection at a time since these colors are so similar and it doesn't want to select the pixels I'm looking for. So these, as we call them when I was learning Photoshop, marching ants, are selecting that part of the background. When I have it selected, I'm just going to hit the delete key and it deletes those pixels. I'm going to come over here and I can see that it still has some of this selected and I don't want to delete the trophy. So I'm going to just go down here where it's a little more, it's a little bluer, so it's easier to select. Let's see. Now I'm going to switch to add to selection, see if I can save myself a minute. I'm going to delete a little bit at a time. There, that one looks good. Another way you can do this is by coming over here and selecting the eraser. The shortcut is E. I want the eraser tool. Now you can see I have a brush. This little brush up here adjusts how big it is. If you adjust this slider over to 5,000, you can see this is huge. It's too big for what I'm working with, but this is going to take me forever if I'm erasing that. So I'm going to adjust mine to, I'll work with that. See, right now it's not going to let me delete anything because if you look closely, I still have a selection over here. So I need to deselect, and now I can start cleaning up my photo and erasing those old pixels. One shortcut to increase or decrease the size of your brush is using the bracket keys. The right bracket will increase and the left bracket will decrease in size. So as I get closer to the trophy, I want to be a little more precise, but when I'm out here, I don't care. I can use a big brush and just go over everything. Save myself a minute. No, most of this is going to be black anyway, so you might not even be able to tell the difference between some of this dark background. Oops, I went a little too close. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to undo eraser, or I would do Control Z or Command Z. So I'm just going to clean up what I can. I know I have a lot of these to do, so I'm not going to spend too much time trying to make it perfect. Another thing to keep in mind is how to zoom in. The closer you get to each pixel, how much you enlarge it, you can see it a little better. So up here, when I select the magnifying glass, there's a plus and a minus, and it does just that. It will increase or decrease the magnification. I want to get closer, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Now I can see the pixels have enlarged a little bit. I'm going to go back to my eraser tool, which is E, or you can just select that. Now that I'm zoomed in, my 300 pixels is pretty big. I'm going to decrease my brush size by hitting either the left bracket, or I'm going to come over here and adjust it with the slider manually. So just going to get a little bit closer here. You can see I picked up a little bit over here of the trophy. Oops, I picked up a lot of that. Sometimes it's hard to tell what you're doing there when you're zoomed in so closely. So I'm hitting Control Z or Command Z, and I'm just kind of undoing what I just did since I messed up a little bit. I'm just trying to get the blue. Making my brush smaller. Selecting some blue, because you'll probably be able to see that. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out so I can see things a little better. Or you can just hit fit screen. At this point, it doesn't look pretty, but I'm going to guess that when I throw a black background behind this, I won't be able to notice the difference because these are pretty close to black. So to create a new layer, I'm going to come over here to the layers panel, and I'm going to click this plus sign, and it will create a new layer. I'm going to drag that layer beneath the one that I was just working in. So I'm just going to change the name of this really quick. So black background layer. And so the background will be beneath this photo, so it will show through. When I have the background layer, the black background layer selected, I'm going to come over here to adjustments, and it's this little circle that was half filled. I'm going to click on solid color, and right now it's set to blue, and that's not what I want. So you'll see this color picker pop up. Since I'm using black, I'm going to drag it all the way down. Or if you're familiar with hex code, it's just all zeros for black. I'm going to click OK. And now I can see the trophy with the black background. It is kind of hard to see any of that old blue, but I bet if I really zoomed in, I could probably see some of that blue right here. And if that's the case, you want to get rid of it, you can zoom in. Make sure you have your background copy layer selected, the one with the actual trophy. You can see if I turn it on and off, the trophy disappears. So I'm going to want to delete a little bit of that background to see if I can catch it and get rid of it. So I'm going to try my magic wand tool, see if we can tell the difference between those. It looks like it did a good job. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete those after I select them. And try again up here. Click delete, delete, delete. Now I'm going to deselect all that and see if it looks a little better. I still kind of see it here. I don't know that you would be able to see it on the Touch Pro. I'm going to go ahead and grab my eraser. That's the E key, eraser tool. Come up here. And everything that I erase from the background copy layer, the one with the trophy, is going to allow the background, the black background to pop through. So I'm just kind of erasing the top layer. All right. So this is about good enough for government work. Right, I think I got the majority of the blue. I don't even know if you'd be able to see this again on the Touch Pro or not, but I'm trying to do a decent enough job. All right, so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to hit my magnifying glass. I'm going to hit fit screen again, and it's going to pull that back to fit into the screen. Now that I got it where I want it, I'm going to come up here to File. I'm going to Save As. You'll see this screen pop up. I'm just going to save this to my computer because I am using Google Drive on my Mac, and I'm just going to save. I'm not going to save a copy of this. I'm going to save over the original. And since Touch Pro requires JPEGs, I'm going to come down to the format and make sure I have JPEG selected. And you can see here, once I scroll all the way over to the end of it, you'll be able to see it now has a JPEG extension. If I were to switch this to some other format, you would see a different extension right here. So I'm going to click Save. It's going to warn me that I'm going to overwrite my original. It's going to replace my original, and that's okay because I don't need it. Now it's going to ask me for my JPEG options. I've been setting mine at quality 8. You can get a preview of what size. It's going to be about a megabyte, 964 kilobytes. So it's almost a megabyte big, in size, and that's not bad. You can also preview what it's going to look like, and you can't really tell the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and OK that. Now when I go into my file stream and take a look at it, see this was in speech. I can see and verify that this one, which one was it? Chanhassen High School. See if I can find it and show you. Yeah, these all have the same name. Anyway, it replaced it. It's just hard to find it in this file or in this folder right now. Might not even be in this folder. I think that's it. There we go. Found it. So now this photo has a black background instead of the blue, and now it's ready to upload into Touch Pro. Now I am going to close this one. I don't need the Photoshop file because I'm done with it. I'm not going to save it. But if you get interrupted and you're not finished, you can go ahead and save it and come back to it. And now I'm finished.